The attack happened on Yom Kippur, the holiest day of the Jewish calendar, when synagogues are particularly busy. It comes at a time when Britain is seeing a spike in anti-Semitic incidents. Last February, the UK government had pledged £70 million towards a security fund for Jewish community sites.
It's horrifying. It is horrifying. Unfortunately, in the last year, we've witnessed a whole load of terror and attacks against the Jewish people.
Everyone's concerned, everybody's worried, everybody's scared, and we shouldn't be scared to feel or believe in what we believe.
It's devastating to hear on the holiest day of the year for the Jewish community.
The UK counter-terrorism team is now leading the ongoing investigation. For more on the reaction here in Canada to this incident in the UK, CTV Scott Hurst joins us now. Scott, we're hearing from a lot of Canadian officials. What are they saying?
Akshay, it is really horrific, the details that are coming out of United Kingdom, and with UK officials now declaring the attack on worshippers at a synagogue in Manchester as a terror incident. Canadian officials are denouncing the violence overseas, and also police forces right across this country are beefing up their security around synagogues, Jewish schools, and other community centers and cultural institutions on Yom Kippur, the holiest day on the Jewish calendar. Here's the reaction initially from Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney. He posted this earlier today on social media, saying this morning's deadly attack outside a synagogue in Manchester, England on Yom Kippur is an appalling anti-Semitic atrocity. We also heard from Foreign Affairs Minister Anita Anand saying the anti-Semitic attack on a UK synagogue is horrific, and I offer my profound sympathies to the victims, their families, and the Jewish community, including here in Canada. As I mentioned, police forces across the country are also stepping up their patrols to ensure that the Jewish community in this country feels safe, particularly on this day, particularly going to synagogue on Yom Kippur. First, here's the reaction from Toronto Police. We got a statement saying we are aware of the tragic incidents in Manchester. In Toronto, there's currently an increased police presence around synagogues for the high holidays and as we head into the anniversary of October 7th. Also, London, Ontario police sending us this message by saying, in the light of recent incident in the United Kingdom and to support our Jewish community during Yom Kippur, the London Police Service plans to have an increased police presence at all impacted places of worship. In the nation's capital, Ottawa Police sending us this statement saying the Ottawa Police Service has increased patrols around synagogues, schools, and community spaces as a precaution and to provide reassurance there's no known threat to public safety in Ottawa at this time. Also, we heard from York Regional Police, that is the police service just north of Toronto, saying officers are conducting increased foot and mobile patrols near faith-based institutions, schools, and community centers. At this time, York Regional Police has no indication of a threat to our region, and the increased patrols have been put in place to support all members of the community. Now, this latest act of violence against the Jewish community in the United Kingdom comes as B'nai B'rith Canada just this past month sent an urgent open letter to federal leaders demanding immediate action to confront the escalating crisis of anti-Semitism in our country, calling for a national task force, saying it is a tide of hate that has reached new unimaginable heights, posting a staggering rise in cases of anti-Semitism, particularly, Akshay, since 2022. So quite a lot of reaction from Canadian officials denouncing the violence overseas, but also an increased police presence to ensure that the Jewish community does feel safe, particularly going to the synagogue today on Yom Kippur.
CTV Scott Hurst there reporting in Toronto. Scott, thank you for this update.
Thanks, Akshay.
And for the very latest on this breaking story, you can go to our website. That's ctvnews.ca.